What is up, savages? It's your boy Twisty, and today we're talking about. This is a part one of a video of me trying to change my progression in the game, and you'll notice that there's a few monsters there that are gone, and they're currently sat in storage. And I'll just quickly show that. But this is kind of hindering on the next video that I'm going to put out soon after this one. Everything's been uploaded in the weekend, of course, because my upload speed is just too slow to be able to do anything. To be able to, it literally takes 3 hours to upload a 10-minute video, and then during that I can barely do anything else, so it's just not worth it for me. And I have other things to do besides try and upload videos, so you're gonna see a ton of content on the weekends, but it's kind of what's always been happening on this channel, so everyone's sort of used to it. So what we're doing today is, with regards to some of the monsters, some of the runes are okay, but Konamaya is a good example of where stuff gets really messy. And what I'm doing today is we're going to sell the stuff that I know we're never going to use. And then, so we started off with, 2,400 mana. Yeah. 240k. So, energy with accuracy. That's a sell. That's a sell by far. We're never going to use it. That's universal. We could potentially use that. But the thing is, the reason why I'm selling this, I'm going to sell that because even though it's 6-star plus 12, the substats are not good for that. Okay, so look. This isn't bad. The thing is, though, I never end up using this rune. I never end up using that rune, so I'm going to sell it. That's a sell. Flat HP. That's a sell. I'll keep that because the crit rate. Those don't really fit together very well, so that's a sell. That's viable. That's viable for me, so I'm going to keep it. That's a sell. Let's have a look at the slot 2s. Crit rate on the HP based rune, I don't even know. I need to keep it because at this stage I'm running out of HP based stuff, but that's a sell. And speed, accuracy, HP, and an attack based rune, it's a sell. Still up the left, keeping that one because it's got crit rate and speed are always useful. Resistance isn't too bad. Attack, accuracy, crit damage, possible. I mean, it's viable on some the monsters. That's a borderline sell, but we'll keep it just in case. That's a sell. I don't have any defense based monsters, so that's a sell. This one, it's like the same as the other one. Crit rate is always could be a useful crit rate rune, so we're gonna keep it. Okay, so look here, crit damage with some crit rate on there. Although from looks of things, it must have gone into defense as well. That's a sell to me. That's a sell, even though it's 8% crit rate, it's still a sell. That's a sell. And attack. That's a sell because it's got defense. You guys were maybe wondering why you're selling these runes, but you have to be really picky. And I think in the case of Konamaya, I'm almost tempted to sell some of those runes as well, because if you're not using them, you gotta sell them. You gotta sell them. Like, I can't just keep some runes. I'll find an example. So look at this one. So accuracy and crit damage, that's a sell. And then 2 substats, 5-star sell. We've got defense, accuracy, crit damage. Oh look, this could be useful on copper, maybe. I haven't got copper, not building one. It's a sell. That's a sell. So let's sell all of those. Yep. Okay, that's energy done. Let's go in let's do blade actually. Okay, let's start off. Accuracy, it's a sell straight away. Got defense there. We don't need defense. The substats are so bad I'm gonna sell that because even though plus 15, this was really early into the game. I missed out. That was just because it was a 6-star rune. I plus 15'd it, and sometimes it's not good enough for me. That's a sell. I never use it anyway. That's a sell because it's gone to HP. I know you guys are like, what the fuck? But it's a sell. To me, it's a sell. It's gone to HP. I'm selling that. I have to progress in the game, and if I don't sell these shitty runes for the level I want to get to, I want to be clearing tier way hard. If I don't sell these runes, I'm not going to get any further. Speed and crit damage. That's viable. Keeping it. Well, yeah, crit damage and crit rate on the blade rune are okay. You know what? That's better. That's a better version of that. So that's going to be sold. Crit rate and speed and HP, possible. I'll keep it. That's a sell. Let's have a look at this one. Speed, terrible. It's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell. That can be useful. That's the thing. Like this could be useful for copper or something like that, but we don't have them, and we're not building one. I don't intend to build a copper for now. I've had one, used him, fed him. I wasn't impressed because I didn't have the god runes like people have, and people say, "Oh yeah, 6-star copper," but you don't want the 6-star monsters which you don't have rage runes for. So then you know I can't farm rage runes effectively without Necro anymore because I used to have some decent rage runes from farming B7 dragons. I managed to get some ones which are on Lucian. Those were like pure random, but since we can't get them without doing Necro, it's a sell. Okay, what we have here? Speed, defense, crit damage. I'm gonna sell that. Crit rate on a blade rune. That's a sell. I can't express it enough. Accuracy. That's a sell because it's got flat attack. Actually, no, accuracy crit rate. Yeah, keep it because the 10% crit rate can make a difference between 100% and 0, and obviously 90. You know. Okay. Accuracy, crit damage, and speed. Keep that one as well. That's a sell. Just flat attack as well. And that's just a sell. And blade rune with HP, crit damage. That's a keep. Sell everything else. Oh shit! You gotta be kidding me. Right, I'm gonna pause it. Pause the video. I'll sell them all and I'll come back to you. Yeah, I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so I sold them all. And let's go to despair. Okay, we have attack on despair rune with HP with crit damage in this one, so we're actually going to keep that. Have a look at this one. Attack with HP substat to sell. Crit rates on the despair rune, resistance as well. That's not bad. We'll keep that. That's a sell, and that is a sell because we have resistance on a crit rate rune. I'm not a fan. Defense, crit damage, sell. Crit damage, resistance, crit rates. Low crit rate though. I'm selling that. I'm telling you. Crit rate, keeping that one 14% could be useful. Again, the same thing here. With decent crit rate, I want to keep that because I seem to get lots of crit damage, but not as much crit rate in the substats of runes, as you probably can tell. So we're trying to sell anything we don't actually need. Okay, so that's despair and done as well. Okay, so let's go to swift. Sell. Resistance is sell. That we can keep that because we have some decent speed on there. That's a sell, no crit rate. That is a sell to me because I can get better swift runes than that. Crit damage, accuracy, crit rate. Keep that one. That's a sell because defense. It's gone into it went into defense. No, it went into crit rate, but still, to me that's a sell. Because when you have swift runes, I tend to put them on tanky monsters. Not really. My attackers have faithful runes and despair runes, so not a fan. Crit rate and crit damage. Keep that in case if it goes into crit damage, then we're selling that. That's a sell. That could potentially be a key. Nah, resistance is a sell. Crit rates, that's a sell because the substats are so low. That must have been a vanilla rune. So we sell all of those. So you have to be super picky. You have to be, because you're not going to progress if you don't really butcher your runes. That's a sell. That's a key, because of crit damage and HP on a revenge rune that can be useful for Darien. That's a sell. Compared to the other one, that's a sell. Like because revenge runes are a bit more uncommon now, thanks to Necro. Actually, no. I can't do dragons amazingly yet, so we'll keep that for now. Let's go to fatal. Fatal's a good one to look at. Attack, defense percentage, sell. Here, resistance, sell. HP on a fatal rune, HP. I'm selling. That's a sell. That's a sell. Resistance and speed, that's still a sell to me. Resistance I don't need on a fatal monster. Accuracy, attack, speed can be useful. I'll keep that one actually. So what's this one? Speed and HP. If that turns into good speed, that could be potentially useful. So we're going to watch out for the speed ones. Crit rate and accuracy. Still a 5-star. That's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell for sure. That's definitely a sell. I mean, this one is sort of debatable, so we'll keep that so we have something on the slot too. Let's go to here. Accuracy and that's a sell. That's a sell. Accuracy, speed, attack. What's this one again? That's a sell for sure. I'll keep that one. This one, crit rate, sell. Crit damage, resistant, yeah, that's a sell. That's a sell. I'm saying sell quite a lot, but you need to get rid of your shitty runes. That's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell as well. I don't need defense. Crit rate, resistance, and crit damage. I'll keep that one in case it goes up into the good ones. So you're probably wondering, why am I selling defense runes? And that's because Lucian in the current level of my game, which is about 1,500 ranking in Arena. Okay, on reset day, that rank just-ish. Lucian is too prevalent to put heavily defense on some of my monsters. I mean, I have defense on Konamiya for raids, but his runes are not really maxed or anything like that, so he's not actually that amazing. Violent, we can't see. Violent runes are debatable because even though Necro, I'm still not happy with that. That's a sell. Keep that because of the crit rate. That's some good crit rate on there. That's a sell by far. That's a sell. See, resistance can be sometimes useful on some of the violent monsters, but in my current state of the game, that could be useful on Limericia actually. If I end up building Limericia a bit more, actually keep that for Limericia. So we've got 1, 2. Okay, so over here, that's a sell. It's got flat defense. That's a keep. No, that's a sell. Defense. That's a sell as well. So we've got the last 2, so one of these has to go. And so look, crit rate, defense, speed, crit. That one's selling. I'm selling that one. And the rest of the violet ones are going to go on Limericia, because she's not ruined at the moment. So, where are we at? Endure. That's a sell. Like, I know it's some decent substats, but for what I need in the game, it's a sell. So look here. It's a sell. That's a sell. And in addition to selling all these runes, you're getting rid of the runes you don't need, but you're also... That's a sell. Actually, no, so look at that. If it goes into defense one more time, sell. Here, crit rate, sell. So, yeah. Okay, shield runes. That's... Actually, no, keep that one. Because that's got some... Resistance can be okay in shield runes, because you want to keep the shield sometimes. Again, with Nemesis runes. For starters, of course, that's terrible. But in addition, we can't really get them. So we can't do Necro. In my stage game, I cannot do Necro. So, to me, they're a sell. This one, it's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell to me. It just is. You need to understand that's a sell. Revenge runes. Again, I already talked about that one. That's okay. Vamp runes. That's a sell. And you need to be super picky. You guys need to realize you need to be super picky. And you'll notice that I've now got 1,000,000 mana to upgrade all my other runes, right? And now when I rune monsters like Konamaya, if I rune him differently on reset day, then I'll be able to take off these shitty runes. Not really shitty, not bad. I mean, that obviously needs to be sold, but I don't want to remove it because I'm going to lose mana. But eventually, his runes are going to be changed up, and he'll be on speed, hit points, defense, which should be a lot of hit point, defense, hit points, whatever. Which is what he's he needs speed on to me. He's got decent speed there actually, but yeah. So I hope you guys kind of saw the mindset what I have. I need to prepare for Dragons B10. And once I've done Dragons B10, found it enough, I'll worry about Necro later on. I'm more focused on TOA and Dragons B10 in the current state of the game. But you guys need to realise you cannot keep runes that just, especially if they're 5-star runes, you cannot keep runes with the mindset, oh, if I only had a Anavel, I could use this rune on. Well, you don't have Anavel, so the rune is useless. So don't keep the runes you do not need. This is like one of the basic mistakes I've made as a low level player, because you saw one of the blade runes I had was plus 15 with no substats on it to start off with, and those are the kind of runes that even though you get them like early game, don't plus 15, plus 9, and then you can later on when you get to farming Giants B10 sell, because that's how you progress. Okay, that's how you get Ichiru to 31,000 HP and things like that. That's how you get your monsters to better substats, better runes. This is like probably the best Veramoss I've had in a long time, even though he's moderately squishy. He's only on Swift though, but you just gotta make sure that you keep the runes you're actually gonna use, and you gotta sell them. Just sell the runes you're never gonna use. If you got defense on slot 6, on slot 4, on a fatal rune, it's a sell. It does not matter if it's a 6-star. It doesn't matter how good the substats are. It's a sell. You're never going to use a slot 4 defense rune on a fatal set. Okay, you're never going to use it. You got to sell. And obviously, the rage rune on this, it's going to be changed. Like, I'm not going to remove it because it's going to cost me mana. Okay, so you guys need to understand that. But I will see you in the next video. Peace out.